Greetings, Lawrence here, and I'm really excited to finally bring some yoga to those of you who are into cycling. And what I'd like to do with this first video is share a short yoga practice that I bring just before getting on the bike for a ride, whether it's at the local fitness club to teach my next spin class or outdoors just before a long, epic ride. The objective is really simple. And that is to establish, right, a nice, steady, balanced breath, right, a conscious breath that connects movement, right, bringing a sense of ease, a sense of length through the body, awareness, and connection. And ultimately setting the stage for a ride that will be one that's relaxed, while at the same time empowering you to enable you to experience and perform at whatever level you choose to do so while you pedal. All right. So let's start here in Vajrasana. Okay. This posture here, right off the bat, begins to allow for some lengthening through the quads, right? And at the same time, bring some tallness to your posture. So we're already beginning to open up the midsection, right? The lungs to allow that free flow of breath while you ride. Okay. So sit tall. Imagine the top of your head reaching up towards the sky. Take your soft gaze straight ahead. Feel free to close your eyes if you want. Relax your shoulders. Rest your hands on the tops of your legs and just begin to establish a breath. All right. And we'll breathe through the nose for now. So gently press the lips together and establish a breath that's even, right? That's balanced between each inhale and each exhale. And lengthened. All right. So begin to consciously add just a little bit more to each inhale and exhale. And bringing more of that light into the lungs, into the body. And allowing the body to release a little bit more through each exhale. And at the same time, feeling now a rhythm being established, all right, of breath. A rhythm that will carry you right throughout your ride. That ongoing refueling, replenishment of the body. And we all know that the breath, right, that conscious breath also brings ease, brings relaxation, signals the nervous system that everything's all right. So it's really important to try and keep to this steadiness. Yeah. All right, let's start adding some movement now. With your next inhale, take the arms out wide, reach them up to the sky. Nice, bring those hands together and then exhale the hands to your heart. And we'll just flow like that a couple more times, inhaling out wide, reaching up higher, again to your heart. And one more time, inhale out wide, reaching up. Feel those sit bones rooting through the heels and the fingertips up to the sky, adding even more length through the side body. And exhaling one more time to your hearts. Good. Give it a pause here with your breath and check in with your intentions for your ride. Right? What do you wish your ride to be? And a reminder to ride with your heart. Beautiful. All right, let's open up the neck a little bit. All right, so just sit here once again tall and just start out with some nice subtle head rolls by leading with the nose, drawing little circles, maybe opening them up just a little bit more, and then taking it in the other direction. It's a nice, safe way to begin to open up the neck. And then maybe you can take the direction of the circles upwards and maybe even make the circles a little bit bigger. Again, going in both directions. And the breath continuing to happen. Good. All right, let's come back to center. And now let's start to open up the shoulders a little bit. So just take the shoulders up towards the ears for the inhale. Exhale and back down for the exhale. Good. A few more times. Inhale upwards. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Then a little rotation, opening up the scapula and the collars. One direction. And then the other. Little tickling going on there. That's a good sign. It means you're opening up those areas just a little bit more. Nice. Good. All right, let's come into tabletop. And just pause here, connecting your hands, your knees, and your feet to the earth. All right. And as you exhale, round your back, draw your chin towards your chest. Feel the spine open up a bit more here. Rounding the back, scooping the pelvis. Inhale, come to your cow pose. Beautiful. A few more breaths. Exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. Nice. All right, come back to your neutral position and then maybe just a little bit of side to side with the hips. Awesome. Now bring your big toes together. Take the knees out a little bit wider. So we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to open up the hips a little bit more and find a little bit more length through the body, through the arms. Gently bring the forehead down and just take 3 long inhales, long exhales. Maybe create a little bit of traction by reaching those hands a little bit further, rooting the hands, spreading the fingers, and then just letting the hips come back with the exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Let's come on back to tabletop. All right. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale here. And make your way to your downward dog. Just take about 5 breaths. Walking the dog. Feeling the lengthening now going on to the back, through the backs of the legs. As you take one heel at a time down. Beautiful. All right, step the feet forward in between the hands gently. Keep the knees bent. All right, and take about 5 breaths in your forward fold. Again, knees are bent to allow the gentle lengthening of the lower back. Yeah. Gentle lengthening of the backs of the legs. Heads are heavy, torsos are heavy. Just let those arms hang loose. Beautiful. One more breath here. Awesome. Now bring your hands back to your hips. All right, engage your abdominal area. So doing a little bit of toning there. And then slowly lengthen your spine. So you're taking your gaze slightly forward, reaching the heart forward, and then come all the way up to standing. Nice. And find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. All right. So frontal view, you're looking something like this with the feet about inner hip width apart. Shoulders are broad, palms of the hands are facing forward. And just taking a few breaths here, continuing, right, to establish that rhythm of the breath. All right, and the last few movements here before we begin our ride are just some sun salutations. Surya Namaskar is again moving meditation, right? Finding a little bit more mobility, a little bit more lengthening as we move through them. All right, so Surya A, inhale, take the arms up, rooting through the feet, reaching up to the sky, exhaling now, a forward fold, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Nice inhale, reach your hearts, and then exhale, fold. Nice. Plant your hands, step both feet, both legs back to your high plank. Pause there for an inhale. And then exhale, come down onto your bellies, whether it's knees, chest, chin, or maybe through a Chaturanga Dandasana. coming all the way down onto your bellies, untucking your toes. And now let's add a little bit more length through the psoas, through the front line as we inhale to a cobra. Beautiful. Exhale the heart back down. Tuck the toes, engage those legs, come right back up to your high plank and back to downward dog. And here we'll pause for another 3 breaths. Softening the belly. Again, lengthening through the psoas, through the sides of your torso, through the arms. And again, just reminding the body of the open channels we want to keep even while we ride. Okay, last breath here. Inhale onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. And then inhale, step your feet forward, reaching your hearts once again. So the hips go back, heart reaches forward. Another exhale for a fold. And then inhale, take the arms out and up as the hips go back and the spine lengthens, coming all the way up. And then exhaling the arms along the sides of the body. Beautiful. All right, one more flow, one more moving meditation as we go through Surya Namaskar C, Sun Salutation C. This will feel really nice to open up the hips just a little bit more, open up that front line that's going to take a lot of abuse during your ride. The hip flexors. So here we go. And inhale, take the arms all the way up. Nice. Exhale, a forward fold. Down to your fingertips. Good. Then step your right foot, your right leg back to a low lunge. Take your gaze forward and then exhale the right knee down. You can keep your toes tucked or untuck them. I like to untuck them because it gives me a little bit more length through that right side. And then inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Back off the lunge a little bit so you can find more length through the midsection there, through the arms. Yeah, take one more breath here. Beautiful. All right, exhale. Take your hands back down to your mat. Lift your right knee back to that low lunge and then step that left leg back to take a breath in downward dog. All right, then we'll step the right foot forward. So drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Right foot comes forward, right in between those hands to your second low lunge. Exhaling your left knee down, doing as you wish with your left toes. And then coming up for another few breaths. Arms up to the sky, maybe a little backing off of that lunge. And then over the next couple of breaths, maybe letting the hips come forward a little bit more. Being sensitive to the lower back, make sure there's no compression going on there as you continue to open up your front line, your psoas. Beautiful. Exhale, take the fingertips back down. Lift your left knee back to that low lunge. And then with your inhale, step your left foot forward. And breathe your way all the way back up to the sky, taking one more breath here. Really feel the central axis. Maybe pausing here for another couple breaths, spending a little bit of time to sort of micro back bend, micro heart open. Thinking again, more length. And then coming straight up and exhaling the arms back along the sides of the body. All right, so that's where I usually end. That's about the time that I hop on the saddle and get that ride started. So have a good ride, and we'll see you on the next couple of videos. All right, namaste.